Hello everyone. It is currently 1:50 and today is 2nd July and I'm doing maths for only an hour today. I usually do it for 2 hours, but I'm doing it only for an hour today because I have my exams very soon, and I also have some revision tests coming up tomorrow, so I'll have to prepare for that. So yeah, I won't be able to get enough time to do it for 2 hours. So yeah, stay tuned. So, in my last video, I had received a few comments about how to study SST and how to deal with procrastination, be consistent. So, let's talk about how I study SST. First of all, the chapters of SST, especially history, are very lengthy, so try to divide them in 2 to 3 parts. And personally, I find SST very boring. It's just my opinion. I find it very boring, so I try not to study it for more than 1 hour or 1.5 hour in a day. Otherwise, I'll be burnt out and I won't be able to study anything else, right? So, first of all, divide a chapter in 4 to 5 parts. Fine. After that, watch lectures for each part. And while watching the lectures, have your NCRT by your side. Write important points from the lecture which the teacher has taught you, and also pause the lecture and write important points from the book in your own words, and always write it point wise. Once all my lectures get over, I'll just thoroughly read the NCRT. And while reading the NCRT, I always make sure that I don't highlight a whole paragraph because that does not help. I used to do that in ninth grade, but to be very honest, it doesn't help. I only highlight the important names, dates, and important words. And if I find a paragraph which is very important, then I'll just put it in a bracket. And if you're someone who is not a very big fan of making notes, you can just write a paragraph point wise in the NCRT book itself. You don't have to get another copy and write it with different pens or anything. Just write it with a pencil in the NCRT book itself. After you're done with reading the NCRT, you can just practice the NCRT questions first. Fine. Practice all the NCRT questions, and after that, once you're done with the NCRT questions, also go for the previous year questions. You'll find them easily on the internet, obviously. And in my school, like my social science teachers gives us previous year questions as homework, so that helps us a lot. Sometimes, or most of the times, the social science questions are very twisted. Even when you know the answer, you can't really answer them because they come in such a manner that it will confuse you, and that's the whole intention of the examiner, right? So try to solve as many PYQs as possible, or try to give a thorough reading to all the PYQs. That will also help you. So yeah, that's how I study SST. And for the exams, try to write everything point wise and chronologically, because chronology is equally important. So that's how I've been studying SST, and your methods can be different, but this is the method that works the best for me. So I follow this one only. So do let me know about how you study social science in the comments below. I'd love to know about that. Only 8 minutes 45 seconds are left, and I had set a timer of 2 hours 12 minutes. So, I basically studied for 2 hours, and I am done with history and geography. And right now, I'm going to take a break of 31 minutes. I think I need a coffee break right now. Okay, and I'm done with the rise of nationalism in Europe and resources and development. And after this, I'll move to life processes, and then Hindi, and in the end, I'll study social science. Okay, so I actually have a test of rise of nationalism in Europe and life processes tomorrow. So, yeah. So now let's talk about procrastinations, consistency, and distractions. So procrastination and distractions are interlinked. When you get distracted, you just procrastinate. So do I procrastinate and do I get distracted? Yes, I do procrastinate. But whenever I procrastinate for more than 15 minutes, my conscience just makes me feel, really guilty. And that particular guilt makes me work harder. Okay. So when you're procrastinating, you can just tell one of your parents, or if you have an elder sibling or even a younger sibling, you can just tell them that, you can just ask them to ask you questions at the end of the day, like how many hours you have studied and how much portion you have completed, and did you complete all the work that you had listed in your to-do list. That question, if you have not done everything, that particular question will make you feel guilty, and that guilt will make you work harder. Guilt is something which holds a lot of power, and guilt is something that has always made me work harder. Okay. So, and I know that everyone feels guilty, right? But it's just that we suppress that guilt. We just tell that guilt that, okay, I'll just study tomorrow for 8 to 9 hours to compensate today, to compensate for today, and all. But don't give yourself excuses. Like, don't do that. Just even if you have 1 or 2 hours left in the day, try to utilize those 2 hours. And if you have guilt, even if you're feeling 1% guilty, use that 1% guilt. Okay, guilt holds a lot of power. And suppose you are feeling, suppose let's talk about consistency. So it takes minimum 21 days to build a habit, right? So try to study for 1 hour in the first week, and then increase that 1 hour with 2 hours in the second week, and then 3 hours in the third week. This is how you can be consistent. Studying for 3 hours in the first week itself will just overburden you, and you won't be able to continue it. Like, there are high chances that you won't be. So try to study for 1 or 2 hours in the first week, and then just increase the hours. This is how you can be consistent, right? So yeah, that's how I dealt with, procrastination and distractions, and that's how I, made myself consistent. I hope that helps you, and you are going to get distracted and you are going to procrastinate. It's just that you have to have control over your mind, and you have to tell yourself that this is not the way how you can achieve your dreams. Happen really early. So yeah, so I'll just sleep right now, and because I have my school tomorrow. And by the way, I'm also filming a video tomorrow which will get very very soon. It's about my school and after school routine. So yeah, stay tuned. Okay, and thank you so much for watching today's video. Please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like this video. And make sure you comment down below what your thoughts are about today's video and what you want to see in the future. Right? And yeah, thank you so much for watching today's video. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.